Hello, my beautiful warriors of love and light, and welcome to this weekly reading from October 17th to the 23rd. So these energies are wild. They're insane in the membrane, right? So we've gone through, we're going through something that has not ever happened, right? So I was doing this video and then I was like questioning myself for about 10 minutes. That's why I've edited it out. And because I'm like, we've never gone from a light body into it. We are in the process of our light bodies merging into our physical vessel. But then I think, how did we get here on this earth, right? We had to be light that went into a physical vessel. But I think that what's different now is that we are very dense, right? We've gone through millions or thousands of years of lifetimes, and our light body is moving into a denser version of our vessel, and with all the karma that's within us, with all the emotions that we've carried with us, with all this trauma, with all the all blockages, the behaviors, whatever that we're trying to clear at this very moment in time. Well, the light body's still coming in regardless, right? And that's why that's why I've been asked to work so much, right? Like that's why we at nights we leave our bodies, right, and we go and work. There's with our masters or with our higher self or what have you. And there's what's happening now from the 11th to the 20th in particular. Our light body is descending into the body, and hence all of these symptoms that we're feeling. There's a lot of geomagnetic storms happening. A lot of you I know follow the Schumann resonance. There's a lot of solar radiation coming in, so lots of like energies influx coming in to us, and all this is like a barrage of symptoms, right? So I wrote them all down in case I would forget. So I know the symptoms I've been feeling, but I also like jotted down other people that are in my life. So there's a lot of pressure in the head, like last week more than this week was like a lot of like migraine pressure, but not even, it was like this is like the head, right? Pressure, like almost like it's gonna burst open kind of thing, and that makes sense if the light is coming in. There's a feeling of ungroundedness, right? A feeling of instability with the physical vessel. You have a lot of aches and pains. I know that my back was hurting me, but not anymore, so that's good. There's heightened emotions. A lot of us are like, maybe you find yourself crying for no reason, or feeling anxious or stressed. Like I could say about a few nights ago, I went to bed and I just felt like compressed. Like my body was like, I couldn't breathe, but I could breathe. It was just this feeling of like, I didn't even know and understand how I was feeling, actually, the truth is. But I tried to cry it out. It didn't really work, and I just fell asleep with it. So this is like there's a lot of like these overwhelming feelings of anxiety or sadness or even happiness that are coming up. So it's because everything is clearing. When I say we're moving away from an old version of ourselves and moving into a new, it's for real. We are moving away from this old version of Sabrina, of Julie, of Matthew, of Mark, of Elizabeth, right? Everybody, it's like this newer version of you is coming online regardless. So a lot of you people don't want to know about this, or are afraid of it, and the fear will keep you locked in that old version of yourself. And it's okay, because we are working on our way towards the new, and we don't just stop there. We are here to help everyone else move with us, right? We're all in this together. So continuing on the symptoms, there is extreme fatigue, yes, extreme or lack of energy or exhaustion, like you feel like why, but don't ask why. Like we tend to try to understand why we're feeling this way, why, instead just allow things to just be, and it'll be easier for us to move through these symptoms. Heightened awareness, yes, like your psychic abilities are coming online like quickly, like all of a sudden you know that what that person is thinking in front of you, or you can see something just about to happen. You know, this is what's happening right now. A lot of the clairs are coming online: clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyance. So like take note of that, right? Jot it down, it's exciting, really is. This is a good one. The hard time tracking time. Like sometimes like I'm like watching, let's say a video or whatever, and I think it's like 11 p.m. and it's like 6 p.m. And I'm like, yo, what is going on, right? But this is it. We're like quantum leaping all the time. So pay attention to that. And like, like I started seeing numbers again. Like every time I get up, I see 16, 16, 21, 21, 20, 20, like all these, like the mirrored numbers. I'm like, okay, I'm paying attention. Obviously, I know that they're there around me. They're paying attention to what's gonna come or what's happening. And that's all. Those numbers are there for you to know that you're not alone in this, you know? There are moments when I feel very alone in this. And then I get that little nudge and I'm like, okay, I know. There's also a lot of us, our passed on loved ones are coming, they've always been here, but you're gonna maybe even start to feel them or sense them or see them, because they know that this is a volatile time for you right now, because you are merging, right, with your higher self, and you're coming online, really. So they're there for you. Pay attention to that. And a lot of vivid dreams, nightmares. I enclose myself every night in a titanium shield. Like I could tell you right now, you can do that. It helps me. I enclose me in a titanium shield that no one and nothing enters my toroidal field while I sleep. Thank you. And it helps a lot with like nightmares. I don't really experience nightmares anymore. I experience vivid dreams. I've been experiencing dreams that are like otherworldly, which is like my parallel realities, I feel. And I write as much as I can down, but sometimes I do forget. So there are a lot of us also in the are struggling to communicate with others. There's a disconnect with a lot of people in our lives, and it's a bit it's worrisome more for other people, because they're like, well, you're not the same person anymore. You're not who you were. You're not, you've changed, whatever, and you have, and you are. And you're no longer going back to that old version of you anymore. So it's gonna be a bit of a like shocker for a lot of people, but they're changing too. So it's just a little adjustment period right now until the end of the year, or even till March. But it's all good. Like I keep saying, I keep writing in my posts as well, that we're not alone. We're all in this together. That's something important to pay attention to and to like hold on to. So that's it. So a lot of you might be experiencing malfunction with the electronics, like your smartphones, your computers, whatever. That's glitches like that are normal because you're glitching. Right? So just drink a lot of water, and like I said in Instagram, I started drinking some fresh thyme in hot water and lemon, And my apothecary, like I have a client that is amazing. She's an herbal magician, and she told me that, and it's been helping with my throat, because the activation of throat is happening at this very moment in time, which leads me into the 16th to the 18th of October, which is the Arcturus, the one of the brightest stars in the sky, is aligning with the sun. So Arcturus is, like, a lot of people resonate with being Arcturian because that is your home planet, and maybe you will feel it more, this alignment. Regardless, we are gonna feel it. So a lot, it's like, if you're a meditator, then you can imagine the blue light, like a blue light coming into your body in that time. Your throat will be activated, hence the blue is the throat chakra. A lot of you will start to feel scratchy throats, or a lot of mucus or what have you, and that is normal. We are activating all the chakras in all the centers in our body, right? So the heart as well is being activated. It's constantly being activated. That's why you feel like love a lot for a lot of people sometimes, and that's why you might feel like closed off sometimes, right? The heart is all of it. So on the 22nd, speaking of heart, Venus will align with the sun as well. So the Venus is considered the morning star, and now it's going to it's going to be like activated at the nighttime, and it's going to be called the evening star. And it's aligned. It's in the ruling sign of Libra, which is its own ruling sign, and it hasn't happened since 1770. So this is a huge shift for Venus. And Venus is all about love and partnership and relationships and family, friends, and us. So there will be a focus on that, but there'll be a heightened self-love, which is really beautiful because we've been feeling so wonky, right? So, and it's going to be like right before we enter into Scorpio season, the solar eclipse, the Mars retrograde. So it's kind of like a welcome, like influx of love coming in to us. That's it for the alignments. But all this to say that there's a lot of karma coming up, and it will come up more and more, Mars retrograde. But we are being triggered a lot. We are like, there's a lot of parts of us that are feeling ungrounded and unstable. And all these like solar radiation, all this light coming in is almost makes you feel numb. You almost feel your bodies have shut down, right? And there's a reason for it, and maybe your bodies need to shut down so they can bring in the light. So like I think I said earlier, stop asking why and why and why, and like, let's stop attaching to like why this is happening and what is the outcome of it and what we always attach, and then we hold on to this instead of letting it go and realizing it is what it is, and this was part of the process, and this is part of our plan, each of us our own plan. So however it's coming up for you, it is what it is, right? And like, enjoy it and see it for what it is, and like release it and neutralize it. So as we walk through these energies, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that it's peachy keen, Josephine. It's not, because I've been feeling it. I've been feeling a lot of compression. I've been feeling a lot of the pressures, and I've been feeling a lot of uncertainties. And like, I've been asking myself too, why am I here? Like, like sometimes I'm like, what? And then it's like, okay, Just trust, Sabrina. You tell everyone else to trust the process, and you have to trust the process as well. That's why I'm saying we're all in this together. I will never tell you that I know more than you. I just am here to express it because I have a platform. All right, so we are, I have so much I want to talk to you about, but we're going to take it week by week. So for now, drink a lot of water, rest. Even if you slept 12 hours and you feel like sleeping 12 more, then sleep 12 more hours. Listen to your body. It's really important. If you meditate, then meditate. If you can do the candle gazing exercise, that would help you to clear your mind. If you are, try avoid drinking a lot of caffeine and alcohol, because of all this light that's coming in. It could affect you and make you more lethargic and make it harder to clear the densities. All right, that's my little info for the week. And I'm not 100%, as you can hear in my throat, but I'm getting there, so yay. All right, so let's get into your readings, and I love you so much. And before I forget, I have it here. I'm going to pull another reading, free reading, and my ring is probably not the best thing in there. Okay, so let's go. Who's going to win this next free reading? Whatever. And 2 people came out. I have Shannon. I believe you were last week. So Shannon won a free reading. And Rania, you won a free reading. So Shannon and Rania, you won free readings. All you need to do is send me a question via Facebook, Instagram, or by all the information is down below on my YouTube channel, and I will get your reading done. All right, so just give me at least a week to get your reading done, because I am a busy woman. All right, I love you, and I'll see you in your readings. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aries. So we have the Sacred Phoenix Heart. So the phoenix rising from the ashes has significance here, because the phoenix is all about a sprouting from an old version of you and moving into a new version of you. I feel like a lot of you are a little bit stuck here, Aries, and that's why it's coming up here for you. Some of you are having a harder time releasing yourself from that which no longer serves you, from that which no longer is part of you anymore, from that which no longer needs to be in your life. And it's not easy to, it's like almost like you've been given these messages like over and over again to release yourself from that person, that situation, that job, that whatever it is, and you're not listening. You are hanging on with by the thread, and it's like, come on, Aries. You're being given this new, I feel like I'm crooked here. You're being given this new lease on life. This new version of you is coming online, and you're not taking it. So let's see what's going on with your life this current week. We have in the past position, guess who shows up? The Emperor, which is Aries. So it's almost like in your past, this is you, like standing strong. I'm gonna be stubborn, and I'm gonna stick to my old beliefs and old ways of doing things. I'm gonna It doesn't matter what my tarot reader says. It doesn't matter what everybody else says around me. I'm just going to stick to the old way. Past position. So let's see. In your present position, the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is interesting because this is in the energy of tarot. It would be the wands energy, which is you. It's fire, it's sexuality, it's creativity. It's also you standing apart from everyone else. So it's kind of interesting. I like this energy happening. This is like your phoenix is rising here, and the sacral chakra is evident. There could be you having an attachment to sex, perhaps, and that is why you're holding on to this part of you. Because as we move into the newer energies, sex, the way we know it, is not really it's not really how it's going to be fornicated. It's more like how it's like it's going to become more of a heart-centered connection instead of physical connection. But that is something else we could talk about another time. But for now, I feel like there's this part of you that is trying to step away from this control energy that you are. You're trying, the part of you that wants to control every single aspect of your life. And the sacral is like, okay, like release yourself, right? Release those energies, release that creativity, release what. So you're almost like having a little battle with yourself. Hence this phoenix, right? The phoenix is trying to rise, and it's like keeps coming back down with this emperor energy. It could also have to do with men in your life or father figures in your life that have kept you little, have kept you down. That could be it too. And here you are like deflowering yourself kind of thing and trying to come out of this hold that men have had on your life. Perhaps narcissists as well. So let's see what's going on here. We got a challenge, the future, the root, what's coming, and the advice. So your challenge is the King of Swords. In this case, it's a peaceful warrior. The King of Swords is interesting that we have a challenge of a king showing up here. The King of Swords is an Aquarius energy, but it's also an energy of the justice system, could be like legalities in your life, lawyers, judges, notaries, contracts, perhaps, that is showing up here. Could also be you're struggling with a male in your life. It just feels, I mean, it could be a man, a female or a man watching this. It just feels to me that there's a lot of like this, a presence of direct or dictatorial kind of like authority kind of in your life. That is perhaps something that you succumb to as a child with someone who's very emperor-like in your life, controlling, manipulative, or in your current life as well, like with in a relationship, or perhaps a friend of yours, or it could just be you, just by the by, you controlling your life again, you not wanting to step out into this kind of you struggling because right now you're true, authentic self is coming out. This phoenix self is coming out, and it's like, hey, we can't be controlled anymore by these like men or women in our lives who feel this need to do that, who we have allowed to take over somehow, right? What the root of the problem is the Queen of Trees, which is the Queen of Pentacles, which is a Capricorn energy, which is a nurturer, which is your mother energy. So, I mean, obviously not every single Aries is going to be feeling this, but I feel like there's two different issues here that is very evident. So a lot of you are perhaps have been very promiscuous in your life, who've allowed, like, have had many sexual partners, who've allowed, like, or with one or two, but you've been also very open to that, right? That side of you. Because you've been controlled, perhaps, in your life, or because you've been taken advantage of by a authority figure in your life, and the woman in your life, your mother, either allowed this behavior to happen, or she herself is a controlling factor of your life. So it's very interesting here. There's this feeling of weakness that you receive from both ends, of mother, father figure, husband, wife, like kind of thing. This like feeling of you've and I feel like some of you might have received a lot of love from your moms, but they also disempowered you from accepting behaviors from men in your life, of how they've treated you. So there's that happening here. Wow, man. Aries, you started off with like, boom. What's to come? The Eight of Trees, which is the Eight of Pentacles, which is skill, which it says right here. But the Eight of Pentacles is work to me, school or study. Like maybe some of you have, I don't know, there's a part of you, I feel like some of you have allowed either your mother or your father or a male mentor, a male or female mentor to like control your life when it comes to work or study. Control the direction of it. And it's time to just flow into what it is that you want to do, really, Aries, with your life. To step away from this kind of authoritative energies that are surrounding you, and they're stunting you, kind of. And they haven't fully allowed you to express yourself in your natural expression. And I think that's where we're all at, and that's why you have this phoenix rising within you, and it's time to listen to the phoenix that's rising. If the phoenix is telling you to step away from certain people, then it's time to do that. If it's to embody something completely different that you've never imagined, then it's time to do that as well. But it's like almost you have hidden skills, perhaps, that you've been like, that have been downplayed by your parents or by your partners or what have you, or with this King of Swords here as well. It's always there's a feeling of you not really, with the sacral chakra showing up here, feels to me like you've kind of like hidden your true expression, and it's time to let that go. So the future is the 17, which is the Heal card, which is the Star card. And this exactly is like, it's time to step into your spotlight. It's time to do things that heal you, not heal others. Like, we're as human nature, we're always like wanting to help everyone else around us before actually healing yourself. And now it's time for you. Take this time to forgive yourself and to release yourself from these energies. These very strong energies, by the way. These are very like big energies to be around. Like the Emperor, the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. These are very decisive energy, like people in your life. Very pig-headed a little bit, and controlling perhaps, but nurturing at the same time, loving, but but because of the surrounding energies, to me, I feel like a little bit selfish, and perhaps wanting you to follow a certain path that never felt comfortable for you, and now it's time that you do. So the advice is the Eight of Swords, confusion. So the Eight of Swords is an energy of, the Eight of Swords in the original tarot is like looking in the mirror with the blindfold and not really seeing and not really trusting the reflection back. But now it's time to release yourself from that reflection. Release, take off the blindfold and see the people in your life for the roles they have played in your life. Your mother, your father, your partners, your whatever men and women mentor that you've had, they've all come in for a reason. They've taught you a lesson. But if you continuously want to stay in the position to learn the lesson over and over and over again, then that's a choice that you make. But instead of listening to the divine and listening to your higher self, there's like, it's time to release and neutralize yourself and move into that place where you need to be healed by forgiving yourself and forgiving others. And it's time to rise, my beautiful Aries. Wow, this is really intense. All right. So I hope this helped you. And if this is like, doesn't pertain to you, they can always check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, please like, comment, and subscribe, because you never know when I'm going to give a free reading. I love you so, so much, and be strong. Let's get back to who you are. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Taurus. We got this week, Layla. So Layla is an energy about embracing the darkness, embracing the unknown, moving into something that is uncomfortable to you, Taurus, moving into something that feels off, that makes you feel sad, makes you feel like some of you are experiencing the grief, deep sorrow, detachment, disconnection with people and friends around you. There's a feeling of discomfort, and it's okay. You need to trust it. Trust that it's there for a reason. Trust that it's come to you because you're in a process of change, of moving out of something that is like, every time we move through something uncomfortable, it's because there's a reason for it, right? We're having to say goodbye to an old version of you and moving into a new version of you, and never will it be comfortable. So there's this feeling here of being witnessed, like bearing witness to yourself, instead of asking yourself why, and asking yourself how, and asking yourself how, like trying to figure it out, and just living and being within the energy. So gorgeous energy. Let's see what's going on with you right now. In the past position, we have the Sun card, which is kind of gorgeous. Shine. The Sun card is a 19, right? It's a 10, which is a 1, a new beginning. So a lot of you have started a new journey, have started something fresh, and maybe like a new leap into a relationship perhaps, or a new like just something has come, like your job or your career or your studies have taken a leap forward in a positive way. Kind of beautiful. Maybe you've been recognized somehow in your domain. Maybe you've been given a raise or promotion, perhaps, or something good has come to you, which is always nice to see with the Sun. In the present position, we have the Ace of Swords, which is clarity of belief in this deck. But the Ace of Swords is like a new communication, new form of communication. So a new way to work with people, with your relationships, with your partners, with your colleagues. It could be a new job again, a new project coming in. I don't know. It feels good though. Ace of Swords is always a good. The Ace of Swords is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That could be someone in your life that's coming in. The Sun, by the way, is Leo, so that's relevant to you. So we have the challenge, the future, the root, what's coming, and the advice. The challenge is the 9 of Hearts, stability. That's very interesting. So the 9 of Cups is your challenge, which is happiness within the home, happiness with your job, like stability, like the way it says, like this feeling of fulfillment. And that's your challenge this week. And I almost feel like that it comes here with this Ace of Swords. So because you're being given some clarity in an area of your life, perhaps some of you who are experiencing happiness at this very moment in time realize that you can't move into this new project or this new way of life or this new thing without destabilizing what is right now. The Ace of Swords almost feels like you're moving into something completely new in your life. And I think I get it now. Yes, it makes sense. Like you're moving into something completely, a new path, a new version of you in your life. And it's going to cause this in your family's friendships, in your work life, in your school life, or whatever it is. Everything that seems to be on the outside very good and stable, it's gonna cause a little bit of instability because you are moving into a unknown territory, right? Everyone is moving into an unknown territory. It almost feels like this is that, like that you move, like you're moving into, some of us, you're moving into new light, into new body changes, into new emotions, and new kind of this new version of you is expanding, and now it's time to put it into action. But it will, you may have to disrupt the status quo of your life right now. The root of it is the path, the Chariot, exploration, which is really interesting to me. I mean, if you see like this card, it's like the path of gold, I guess, going to the light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing, right? This is the what's all around you, Taurus. You are almost being pushed into this new path. There is some of you maybe are feeling like you need to move. Some of you are feeling like you need to change, make big changes in your life. And a lot of you are holding on to this Nine of Hearts. You're holding on to what feels good on the outside of you. And really, change is in order. I feel like a lot of you with the Chariot at the root is like a lot of you have had this urge to leave. A lot. Like it's come up a lot. Like either leave your relationship, or if you're single, just leave. Like get out of the country, or move away from something, or change. Just make a change in your life. And you've been holding on to this like happy life, but it's very surface. What's coming is the Nine of Wands. Perseverance. So you have 9, 19, very interesting. 9 is your challenge of hearts, which is one of the nicest, the most beautiful cards of the deck. But we have a 9 of Wands coming for you because there's a part of you that's deep rooted inside you that needs you to move. It needs you to move out of this. It needs to move. You need to move into this unknown. You're holding on to the known. You're holding on to what feels grounded, what feels safe. And it's very Taurus of you to do that. But now it's time to move out of it. To move. 9 of Wands is that energy of like going for something. Even if there's a part of you that feels reluctant, but you're just standing strong and moving through it. It's a Sagittarius energy, so it's like they're very strong in their belief system, and they'll move through it even if it's uncomfortable. So wow, man, Taurus, what is going on here? We got the Future, which is the Tower card. Okay. Which is rebuild. So the Tower card is that chaos, confusion. It's like a destruction, right? To rebuild anew. So yeah, wow. Things make sense here a little bit here. I feel like you are being asked to move out of your comfort zone, Taurus. You're holding on. Layla has come in to ask you to move through that comfort zone with ease and flow. There's a part of you, you know it, that wants to expand, wants to explore, that wants to release yourself from these I don't know if I could call them shackles, but I feel like shackles a bit, but of happiness, comfort, right? There's a part of you that wants to find yourself in this chaos, that is actually looking forward to the Tower moment in your life, because it'll shake you out of this comfort. Your advice is the 7 of Wands, which is progress here, but the 7 of Wands is having faith in the paths that are laying out in front of you. Is to continuously stay with this, whatever the consequences, whatever the truths, whatever it is coming out of this, to hold on and trust and persevere and move through this together. move through it. Oh no, the Seven of Angels, excuse me, is the Seven of frickin' Swords, which is progress here. But the Seven of Swords is like lying, cheating, betrayal. So let me take that back. Very interesting to have that as an advice card. But I've seen this come up last week, and I found it very interesting to as coming out as an advice card, because this is like, oh, this is perfect. This makes sense. Stop lying to yourself, Taurus. Stop hiding behind the curtain of fulfillment and happiness, and it's time to start to get uncomfortable. It's time to walk through this unknown, walk through the darkness. You've been shrouding yourself in this cloak of happiness and whatever. Some of you might be feeling like, well, I feel happy, whatever. Okay, fine. Maybe you need to go see your rising and your moon instead of this. But it's very clear here. A lot of you are needing to go through a massive upheaval in your life. Because you're holding on, you're holding on to something that is not tangible anymore for you. That's not, it's like falling through your fingers. It's not working. And it's time, like your soul is probably like, hey, it's time to move through this. It's to go to where you need to be. With the future card showing the Tower card, it means to me a lot of things, because it means that spirit or God or creator or source is like going to be handing to you a series of lessons that may feel very counteractive for you, but it's there for a reason, and it needs to be there for a reason, so that you wake up again and again and again to the lessons, and to see that it's time to get clear again to what it is and where it is that you need to be in your life. And you're not. And you are holding on to the status quo. So that is your message of the week, Taurus, which is boom, like very intense. So, I mean, I feel like we're all going through this. You're not alone in this journey, Taurus, but I feel like some of you have been holding on to something that hasn't been really real and authentic to you on this journey. So it's time to release yourself from that. Wow. So like I said, go check your rising and your moon if this didn't resonate with you, and do like, comment, and subscribe. You never know when I'm going to give free readings. I love you, Taurus. Let's do this. Let's get clear. It's time for change. All right. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Gemini. We have the all-encompassing hand. So this is a feeling of there's a situation in your life. You're having to deal with a conflict that is an ongoing conflict that's going on in your life. That's it's an unresolved situation in your life. You are you've been trying to find a solution for the longest time, and you just keep hitting a wall. You keep hitting a wall all the time. It's time to detach yourself from this situation that I'm in, and allow things to just happen for you. So let's see what this is going on for you, what the situation is here. We have, in your past energy, we have the Nine of Swords, which is your darkest fears. So in your present, we have the Two of Cups. soulmate energy. We have your challenge, your future, your root, what's coming, and your advice. So we have the Nine of Swords energy, which means a lot of anxiety, a lot of insomnia, perhaps a lot of you are going through some heavy energies, and it has a lot to do with this kind of card, right? Something, a situation, a conflict, a series of things that have happened in your life that just keep recurring, that you're having a hard time moving through it. So it could be relationships, it could be jobs, school, it could be friends, family, it could be whatever it is. Maybe, but it's deep-rooted fears here, the Nine of Swords, right? So like energies that are holding you back from moving forward. But then you have the Two of Cups that shows up in your present. So a lot of it could be relationship related. Perhaps some of you are in relationships that are holding you back from the soulmate from coming in, or from or perhaps you are in a soulmate relationship right now, but it's like bringing up a lot of triggers and a lot of lessons. Let's see what your challenge is. The Four of Stars, which is a Four of Wands, which is advancement. Sorry, I didn't think about it. The Four of Wands is like happiness, commitment, marriage, and it's your challenge. Success. So if the way I see it very much, the situation that you're having a hard time with is your marriage, your partnership, your lover, whatever it is to you right now. Even if you are single, it could be the difficulty of finding your soulmate, from opening up, because you are closing yourself off. You are having you're not. It's like you're almost attaching yourself to this current relationship, or you're attaching yourself to wanting to be in a relationship. Like when we attach ourselves, you give away your power to that source. So whether it's a relationship or whether it's not a relationship, but it's the idea of having a relationship, you're giving your power away to that. And it's like, instead of allowing things to just happen. And I feel like some of you are forcing a relationship to stay together, because that's what you should do, that's how it, whatever, and you're not seeing for what it is. Maybe you are seeing for what it is, because this card is saying that you are, and you're having a hard time finding a solution to it. But it's almost like, I don't know what is keeping you attached to this. Is it because there's money in this relationship? Is it because there's stability? Is it because you have children? Or is it because it's like where you are right now? But it's almost like you have to ask yourself, why are you in this relationship? Are you following your heart? Or are you following your ego? Or are you following the status quo? Or, you know what I'm saying? You have to ask these a lot of questions. So what is the root of this problem? It is the devil. The shadow, the fear. The devil is material possessions, is addictions, gambling, drinking, drugging, whatever. It's also shopping addictions. It's like addictions. Like you have, you're connected to this union because they are offering money. Like they have money, right? There's financial stability, or they are maybe manipulative or controlling. They have like you have fear of stepping away from this because what are people going to think, or what are, or how, like, I don't want to go through this again. I don't want to do, like, go figure out another relationship. Why is, like, you just, I feel like some of you prefer to just stay in this relationship even though there's a lot of tension, a lot of, like, conflict, a lot of it's not happy. Oh, the devil. It's almost like playing on you. It's playing with your emotions. You are, every time you want to make a break, or every time you want to make a decision, your fear kicks in at 1,000%. And it holds you, it paralyzes you, cripples you almost, Gemini. And you're not able to make that decision. And what's coming towards you is the Seven of Pentacles. It's contemplation. It's patience. I feel almost with the darkest fears here showing up and the devil showing up, it's like you almost think it's normal to be in a shitty relationship, or just have a shitty, like, partnership or relationship with your family or your friends. It's like you've embodied that way, and it's okay. Not everybody's perfect. You convince yourself that everything is the way it's supposed to be, right? Not everyone's supposed to be in a happy relationship. Not everyone's supposed to be, like, we convince ourselves of these things, but that's bullshit. Why would you not want to be in a happy relationship? Why would you accept anything less? Because that's not the way it is to be now. That it is the way it is. But we, as humans, have always accepted lesser than, because the devil has told us to, right? Because the devil has always, like, wow, you're not good enough, you're not this, that's your ego. Your ego is at the root of this. It's the reason why you're in this and you're staying in this. And I'm not only talking about love here. It could be any kind of relationship in your life, but it is what it is, and I see it, friends, family, whatever. And you don't even believe that there could be happiness. You don't even believe that there could be the light at the end of the tunnel. You don't believe that, because you've lived, like, some tragic lives. You've lived some traumatic lives. You've lived through a lot of the belief that nothing is perfect. And yet what's coming towards you is divine, and God, source, asking you to be patient, to recognize what is wrong, or what is not working, release it, and move. Let's see what the future is calling for you. The 20, awakening, the Judgment card, blossom. It's like you're at a precipice in your life, Gemini, where you're almost at the end of the journey. This is the 21, is the World card, is the end of the chapter. You're at the very last chapter, and you're being asked to move out of this. You are holding on to an old belief system that things can't work out for you, that you can't do things on your own, that you are useless. Like, this old belief system, because of all people around you, all these lessons that you have had to learn with these people around you. And you can thank these lessons, but you got to move forward now. Your advice is the Knight of Swords, which is you, the Gemini watcher. The Knight of Swords is not a watcher. It is a mover and shaker. The Knight of Swords energy is like, he's a conqueror. He's like going to get on his horse and move out of this hold that someone has on you. You are, whether it's someone else, whether it's your ego, but you're allowing your ego to take a forefront here. It's time for the hand of God. It's time for the hands to come and to help you. and for you to allow the help to come in, because you fear, you don't believe that you deserve to be in a happy relationship, marriage, friendship, blah blah blah. And it's time to switch that shit up, because what's coming towards you is exactly that. But it's for you to make the move. Are you ready to make the move? And knowing that you're going to make the move, you're going to be supported in that move. But you know, by people you might not see, by energies that but you might not see, but they're there. And you'll know it's right in your heart. So make the move. I don't know where it's. For me, I feel like it's a relationship. It could also be a friendship or a family situation here. But you are deserving. So let's make the move. I love you, Gemini, and I will see you next week. Check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also like, comment, and subscribe. All right, bye. Hello, my beautiful Cancer. We have divine discontent. So this card is very interesting to me because there's a lot of sadness in this card. There's this feeling of you going through life right now, living it, like living your best life kind of thing on the outside of it, but really inside struggling. I feel like you are internally discontent with your life. And the message is to start seeing things from the point of view of the divine. Let's say if there's something that is like not feeling right, then ask yourself, how can I better myself in this situation? How would the divine deal with this situation right now? The divine would probably give it love, right? And heart. So I feel like some of you are in an interesting stage of your life right now where you're not sure what the next step is, but it's I don't think it's an external thing. I think like maybe your jobs are great and your career, your school is good, everything is that, but maybe something inner to me feels a bit off. So let me see what's going on here. In your past position, we have the Moon card, confront. The Moon card is like intuitive energies, but it's also these heavy energies of drowning within your fears, within your emotions. So some of you maybe are having a hard time confronting your shadow self, or confronting that ego self of yours, or maybe a lot of you are having a hard time sleeping, or you're having a lot of vivid dreams. There's just nightmares perhaps. In the present moment, you're at the Ace of Pentacles, strengthening bonds. Like I said, so here it feels like you are like, I don't feel like this is like an outer thing, like where you're maybe excelling at your job, excelling in school, excelling in perhaps your investments are like bringing you in a high return. Perhaps there's something feels good to me, like family, security, that is feeling good to me here with the Ace of Pentacles. Their challenge, the future, the root, what's coming, and the advice. Your challenge is the King of Hearts, the healer, Scorpio energy. This is the Moon, Pisces energy. So you have a lot of water here, which you are, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So your signs are showing up here with your past and your challenge. The King of Hearts is that feeling. So it's interesting because I feel like you are not trusting of love, that's coming towards you, not trusting of attention. You're not, or you're even avoiding healing yourself, healing your heart, and you're working more on the outside of you because you're trying to avoid your inner work. That's what it is. A lot of you have gone through some heavy energies, some deep loss, some grief, some sadness, sorrow, a lot of disappointment in your past, and you've managed your way into establishing like strength when it comes to your job and your like your work, and you know, just like your exercise routine, your like everything outside of you, but you are deeply wounded inside. And the root of this is the Ace of Wands, creation. Your present is an ace and your root is an ace. But the root of why you have a hard time healing yourself is because the Ace of Wands is something, is like a new beginnings, is starting a new adventure, is starting or having a new relationship, or this newness in your life. A lot of you are having a hard time stepping into that newness. Why is that? Why do you think that is, Cancer? You've been like, I feel like a lot of your hearts are broken here. I feel them deeply. Maybe you were broken-hearted in a relationship. Maybe you're broken-hearted with friends or with family or partners, what have you. There's just a feeling of I truly feel like there's like a lot of you out there that really want to start fresh, but you're you keep falling onto old hurts and old belief systems and old ways of opening your heart. So what's coming is the Six of Swords, which is transition. The Six of Swords energy is moving away from an old way of thinking, doing, believing, loving, whatever, and moving into something new. And you are exactly there. You may have been hurt by somebody who seemingly had his heart open to you, but then retracted and you got caught in the middle of it. There could be that for somebody out there. And that's why you're having a hard time starting a new relationship again, starting a new adventure again, starting something new again, because you're always like, that memory of pain and suffering is still with you. And we're here to release our memories of the old and move into something completely new. What you felt like before has no pertinence of today. So release it, forgive it, let it go. It doesn't matter anymore. Like, we live in the now moment. That's where you're at right now. You're needing to live there. And the future card is Detach 11, which is Justice card, which is a Libra. It's almost like it's all playing into me, my hands here. So because it's like, detach yourself from what was, what could have been, what should have been, whatever, because it's where it needs to be in the past, and it doesn't need to follow you around here. It's almost like you're holding back from starting fresh again. Because you're wanting to hold on to that old relationship that old way of how you loved and were accepted love in your life. And the King of the King of Cups here showing up, the healer being your challenge. It's because you're stuck in that old way, and it's time to move forward. Six of Swords, Six of Angels. It's time to make the move away, to move into the Justice card, into the balance of life again, right? Finding that detaching yourself from the old and moving into a newer energy. And your advice is the Two of Hearts, which is the Two of Cups, which is union, divine union, soulmate energy. Wow, the fact that it shows up here as that speaks to me is like you are exactly in a place, divine discontent. You're in a place right now that is a message. You are in a place of worry and stress and struggle because you're there for a reason, so that you're able to see it for what it is, not serving you anymore. That person is not serving you anymore, that he or she is not serving your relation. You need to step away from them. So like, not everybody can just step away from a family member or a friend, but there's a way to do it in a way, in a like a detachment kind of way. Like you just energetically release them from your aura, right? You say I'm no longer attaching any outcomes or any feelings or expectations on you ever again, because it's your life. You do what you need to do. I'm going to do what I need to do, right? And we move forward. That is where I feel like you are at, because once you do that, then your soul mate, which is not always romantic, but your soulmates are ready to come in, but now they are holding back because you are still in a process of weeding out and still in the process of trying to filter out these densities that are coming in you, to filter out these like stuck energies, old habits, old belief systems that are stuck inside you, and you're needing to release them for love to come in, for family bonding to come in again, for friendships to reconnect again, or new friendships to connect again, right? All right, my beautiful Cancer, I love you. I hope this found you well. If not, then go check your rising and your moon, and I will see you next week. Do like, comment, and subscribe. You never know when I'm going to give you a free reading, like this week. All right, bye. Hello, my beautiful Leo. We have the courage of your love. So this card brings you a message of that there is a lot of you have been like dealing with a lot of challenges in your life, have up to now, that you've been having to overcome some heavy energies, or deal with old traumas, or deal with family, friends, love, whatever it is. It's just they keep coming up, and this card is coming to tell you that like victory is imminent. Like things are starting to get clearer. There is reasons for these conflicts in your life. There's reasons that there was challenges in your life. They were meant to teach you something. They were meant for you to step outside of victimhood. They were meant to make you feel not like they were meant to make you feel trapped, so that you could come out of it and say, okay, I'm not here to give in to my power, right? I'm not here to lose sight of who I am. To be, I'm here to feel my worth. I'm here to gain that courage, to share my love and to accept love. This is really like intense cards, these Rumi cards. So the past energy is the crown chakra. This is like cosmic energy, but it's also the crown is like ego blockages, right? Is dealing with it's like divine guidance. It's like a lot of you are connected. A lot of you do perhaps have a connection to source, but a lot of you also have a lot of blockage and distrust. Oh, what little movement in my plants. Right, hi there. And there's this feeling of the crown chakra could also be in tarot, the sun card or the judgment card, that feeling of moving into a different version of yourself, right? We're allowing these new activations to come in from our crown. Like there's a lot of celestial chakras that are like activating at this very moment in time, and the fact that it's showing up for you, Leo, means that probably a lot of you are feeling those activations. But let's see what else is coming up for you. So in your present, we have the Three of Swords, sadness and isolation, which makes a lot of sense, right? Because the Three of Swords is this energy of grief and sadness and heartbreak, and that's the feelings we need to go through, right? As we move through this journey, as we move through these activations, we're breaking down a lot of these old patterns and behaviors, these old sadnesses that are within us, and it's triggers, it's karma that's showing up in our face that we're having to deal with. And maybe some of you have lost someone dear in your life right now, or maybe you've had a breakup, or you're in a situation right now where it's not the best relationship, family, friendship. There's just a feeling of this flow makes sense to me with this courage of love, this like crown chakra opening up to your divine purpose and your divine self, to only be confronted with like pain and suffering, which is exactly what this journey is about. And you're like, yeah, I know. So the challenge, the future, the root, what's coming, and the advice. Your challenge is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So flexibility is choice. In reverse, you feel like you don't have a choice. You feel like, or I almost feel like some of you are in a constant flux of pain. A lot of you are going through a lot of heavy sadness, agony, anxiety, stress, you name it, and you are challenged by moving out of it. You're like, don't even trust yourself to move out of it. You almost, a lot of you feel like, I bring up the victimhood, but a lot of you, like a lot of us, like live in the victimhood, and I think some of you are holding on to that a little bit too much because it's comfortable, and it's nice that people feel sorry for you, and nice that people like move with like hold your hand through this, but you're being asked to move through this on your own. Find that courage within you to move forward on this and to find that self-worth of yours. at the root of it is the Five of Pentacles, is limitation, poverty mindset, depression. Again, a lot of, wow, Leo. So, I mean, obviously not every single Leo is feeling like this, but there is some of you that feel like you don't, you're not deserving of what is going on with your life right now. That you are, it's being done to you. Instead, it's being done because you're needing to awaken to your true power, to your source energy. Many of you are still in poverty mindset. You don't really truly believe that you are abundant beings, and therefore you keep finding yourself in lack. What's coming is the turnaround, revolution, but the 12 is the Hangman. In this case, it's like a change, right? A change of perspective, a change of how you see things, which makes sense. The Hangman is that. It's like perhaps Leo is needing to make a bit of a change of how you are proceeding in your life. You've been given so much abilities and so many downloads recently that you probably feel that's why this feeling of sadness and depression is upon you, because you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do with all this energy. But instead of like seeing it as the miracle that it is, you are choosing to wallow in it. There's definitely a lot of you that are, maybe some of you have broken up relationships, and that means money too is a problem, and that's all that jazz, right? There could be, but I feel like the Two of Trees being in reverse speaks to me that you don't feel like you have a choice, and you do. You have a choice to change it up in your mind. You have a choice to change it up in your heart. You have a choice to see the sadness for what it is, and see the anger and the hurt for what it is, and the poverty, like the fact that you lost your job, or the fact that you have been demoted, or the fact that you are stuck in credit card debt. See it for what it is. It's a message that you're not in the right place, and you're needing to change the direction, and to take that out of your mind. All these lower energies, because you are abundant beings. You are full of love, full of heart, right? There's I feel like there's a change of the way you see yourself is in order here. And the future is, wow, the Hangman, which is what's coming, and the future is this. So observe. Become the observer. Become less feelings don't come from here, and that's our one of the biggest aha moments, is that feelings actually come from your mind. It's created here. So the sadness is created in your mind, because we don't have that. These feelings, these are all creations of the ego. So we have a little bit of work to do, Leo. It's like stepping out of your mind. Do the candle exercise if you can. It's like stepping out of your, releasing yourself from your mind, your ego, because it will always tell you you're not good enough. It will always tell you that you deserve to be broken up. You deserve this, you deserve that, you deserve blah, blah, blah. And it's time to make these changes in your life, and to love yourself unconditionally, and trust that whatever is coming, whatever messages are coming are for a reason. It's time to build that courage of love in your life again. Go back to love. Go back to that place where you trust the next step. And even if in that moment in time you're not at your best, trust that it's happened. Trust that that person who passed away in your life was here and had a beautiful life, and they lived it, and they came to teach you whatever they needed to teach you, and they needed to leave. But they didn't leave. They only left in a physical form. They're still around you. Trust that that relationship didn't work out because it wasn't meant to work out. So why are we harping on these sort of things? Trust that the job is not working out. It made you feel really sad inside. It made you feel really depressed. But you're worth more than that, Leo. So step outside of that now and move on and say that, oh, I release it. I neutralize it. Bye-bye. That is where you're needing to be to step into something completely new. And your advice is the Three of Wands. Visions. But the Three of Wands is having that destination in your mind. Seeing the next step. Envisioning it. What does it look like? Even though I'm not a big proponent of looking into the future. Because I really believe in looking in the now. In this moment in time. Because now is where you need to be. You can envision something in the future, but don't hold on to it. Don't attach to it. We attach to outcomes, and then we get sad because it didn't happen. Instead of just trusting in the now moment. That is the message of the week, Leo. I hope this it resonated with you, and if it didn't, you can go check your rising and your moon for other messages. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. You'll never know when I give a free reading. I love you, and time to trust your process. Trust your plan. I love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Virgo. We got the dissolving light. I wanted to read the excerpt from the book because I thought it's all-encompassing. So this is what it says. Trust in your changing perspective and perceptions. Don't hold on to what you once believed or thought to be true. Allow yourself to be shown another version of events, another way of perceiving. Don't focus on what is not working in your current estimation of things, for that is nothing more than a passing opinion. You are being given an opportunity to see and know yourself, others, and particular life circumstances very differently. Embrace it. Don't resist what is being shown to you, for even if there are some struggles in adjusting your view at first, ultimately this change in perception will free you and bring you more deeply into the wellspring of your own inner peace and happiness. So it's a really beautiful message. It feels to me like some of you are not allowing life to just happen. You're just always trying to put a different spin on things, like you're being Virgo about it, and you're trying to control the situations in your life instead of just moving through them, and stop resisting them. Stop focusing on the negative of it, and I'm not telling you to focus on the positive of it either. It's just to allow things to just be. So let's see what is going on. Let me put my earring back. So, right, let's see what's going on with you. In the past position, we have the Seven of Wands. Choose your battles. So, the Seven of Wands in your past position speaks of you. The Seven of Wands speaks of having faith in yourself and standing up, right? Standing up for what you believe in is right, and standing up for decisions that you've made in the past, whatever it is, like a new relationship, a new project, or anything that is come up for you. You've had to choose your battles. So perhaps there's people that have spoken against your decisions, and you're here too bad. So very Virgo of you. Okay. So in your present, we have the Seven of Cups. which is daydreams and decisions. The Seven of Cups, though, is this like, there's 7 different virtues, I guess, or 7 different decisions that you have to make in your life. Some of them are not like, some of them speak of like emotional overwhelm. Some of them feel like you're almost forced into making these decisions because it's outside of yourself, or something like it's someone else in your life that is forcing you to make these decisions. Interesting. Like you're not even, it's like not your choice to make, like, anyways, let's see what's going on. Let's see, there's 7 and 7. So 7 is interesting number. Truth and consequences, expansion of Christ consciousness. Your challenge is the Page of Hearts. All right. Your future, your route, your what's coming, and the advice. The challenge of the Page of Hearts. So the Page of Hearts could be pages, could be children in your life. So it could be like these decisions that are being made in your life are affecting your children. So you're having to make these choices, or they're in the way of the choices, I guess. Like you needing to sell the house, buy the house, buy a business, sell a business, start a new business, something. And your children are part of the challenge of your decision making. If you do not have children, the Page of Hearts also naivety, vulnerability, love, new love that has come in, perhaps, that has affected this decision making. I almost feel like it's, with all this here, I feel like perhaps some of you have jumped in to a relationship or a love with the innocence of your heart, but maybe the reality is showing up itself in, I don't know. There's a feeling here, a very strange feeling to me here about this. You're having to face, like, I feel like some of you went into something with the heart of a child, and now you're like seeing things for what it is, kind of thing. And at the root of it is the 6 of Pentacles, which is the giving, receiving. Like, perhaps you were given the impression of, yes, this is like going to benefit both of us. It's going to benefit me. It's going to really like be the best thing for you to do, to jump into this innocently and naively and to like adventurous like, and you're now seeing things a little bit different. That's where I feel you are at now, right now. You're seeing things like you're almost having to step back and look at things a little bit differently, Virgo. And it's okay that you jumped in with like abandon or like with, but it's not who you are, first of all. And now you're like rethinking your decision making and you're rethinking your choices, which is fine to do that. What's coming is the 3 of Hearts, joy, which is the 3 of Cups. What's coming is like a union of hearts, is like a coming together of people, socializing, parties, networking. In the future is the Hierophant, which is a Taurus card. Teach. So it's a very interesting reading. It's like almost like you are in a process of, definitely a lot of you are in a process of making huge like transactional decisions in your life, or even decisions that'll make massive shift in your life. And you have to take into account your children, if you have children, or you have to take into account what it is that you are receiving from your end. Is it only you giving, or is it only you receiving? Like, is there a exchange? Is there like a common a bond? Like, you know, is it a mutual? Were the decisions made mutually, or is it a decision made only on their part or your part, kind of thing? And it's not to look at this innocently, and it's to look at this right to your heart. Like, ask your heart these questions, because when you do like come up to that answer, then what's coming is something great. Like, you will attract something new again into your life, or you will create a strong bond. But it has to start from you, kind of thing. You have to be able to not be the one that is flighty about this, Virgo. You're not a flighty person at all, but I feel like here you went in to something very not like you. And you're having to look at all these decisions that you've made. And what the future of this is the Hierophant card. So it could also be marriage, but it also could feel like there is a lesson to be learned here. The Hierophant, right? Something like you're walking into a huge lesson in your life, where you're having to trust in your soul, right? And trust in the process of what is going on here. There's been a lot of messages that have come through here for you. A lot of you have ignored them. Some of you are listening to them. But be careful of the intentions that are towards you. Like, if there's like intentions of you just need to be careful of your heart in this reading, I feel. Because what I see coming is good. I feel it's really good for you, but you have to be careful how it affects the people around you, and how it affects you, and how it's come to play. Why is this decision so rushed? Why is that like I feel like there's a decision here that needs to be made like mucho rapido, and like it doesn't have to be. Nothing has to be done quickly or slowly. It just has to be. And your advice is the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords is like depression and insomnia, and like, but here is the Guardian. So it's like, be careful, because you know when you don't get what you want, that you might fall into a hole of depression, of anxiety, of stress, of overthinking, of overwhelm. And remember who you are. So it's like really good, this card, this showing up here. It's like, take a step back from what is transpiring in your life right now, Virgo. Ask yourself questions like, why are decisions being made in a rush? Why are things taking so slowly for me? Why is it a pattern? Do I need to look back at some old patterns and behaviors and I understand them better? Do I keep bringing in the same people in my life? Do I keep rejecting those same people in my life? There's a whole bunch of teaching happening here for you in this week, Virgo, and you are being guided and you're being helped along the way. So you have passed on loved ones, or people even here energetically helping you. It's all meant to help you through this, so that you have a better understanding of your decision making as of late. Because the 3 of Hearts' joy is coming towards you, and a lot of lessons are coming. And lessons are always important. It's just how they filter through our bodies. And you might have experienced some anxiety this week, and you might experience some depression or sadness or whatever, but flow through it. And like I said, to ask questions, but don't ask too many questions. Like, don't be why, right? Just like, not, it's not in a question, it's like asking question. It's more like stepping outside of yourself and understanding why this decision was made. Why do you need to rush into this? What is going on? Why is it so fast? Nothing needs to be fast. That is my little message of the week. I hope this helped some of you Virgos. If not, you could go check your rising and your moon. Otherwise, please like, comment, and subscribe, because you never know when I'm going to give a free reading. I love you and have a great week. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Libra. We have From Nothing to Everything, which is a very powerful card. What does that mean, to go from nothing to everything? Because starting from zero basically is releasing yourself from attachments, is releasing yourself from your old version of you and moving into everything, which is the new version of you. And a lot of the time we find ourselves stuck and we keep holding on to old relationships, to old family, to old friendships, to old jobs, to old, everything that is old is yesterday, by the way. So you're being asked to actually like step away and detach yourself from everything you think you know about yesterday and beyond, and to like literally just live in the present moment, which is everything and nothing at the same time. So there's this feeling here of some of you being asked to let go of a lover or a partner to be able to receive the genuine love that you deserve. Let go of that job, because if it's only a job because it's making money, then let go of it and watch the real job that you're supposed to be doing come in. But how to like you're not going to just let go of everything. You ask your heart, you ask your soul, is this something I need to be staying in? No. Okay, what is my next step? Just trust and believe. Let go of expectation. Let go of attachment. It's an interesting way to live, but it is so freeing. So let's see what's going on in your life right now. In the past, we have the 8 of Pentacles, which is dedicated effort, which is work. So maybe some of you have gotten a job or a promotion or a raise, or you've gotten a new project going. Maybe some of you are stepping into a new job or career path. The present is the Ace of Cups. Love abounds. Interesting. So like a new lust for life, a new love for this job, a new relationship starting, or a new love within the relationship. It's interesting that this card is here about releasing yourself from it, and it's all like here. Let's see. We have the challenge in the future, the root, what's coming, and the advice. So the challenge is the King of Pentacles, the Architect. Looks a lot like Jesus, but okay. So your challenge is Jesus. Your challenge is the King of Pentacles, which is perhaps a man or a woman in your life that is or a boss, perhaps, because the King of Pentacles could be that, finances, or a financial advisor, or something like that, because there's work here, and there's new love here. So there's this feeling here of, I have a feeling. So perhaps some of you have discovered a new passion for something completely different from what you usually work at, what you usually study. Maybe you've discovered a new passion and you want to learn about something completely outside of your realm. of normal, I guess. And the King of Pentacles this year is like, no, well, you cannot, like, that it's a very dependable sign, like character, right? A very loyal, faithful kind, the King of Pentacles. And it feels to me like you're wanting to start something fresh, and you're wanting to start something new, and there's that part of you that's like, no, no, no. You need to stay where you are. You need to stick to what you know, because you cannot do that. That is like above and beyond. That doesn't even make sense in this realm, kind of thing. And you're like, well, I feel the need to do it. That is that nothing. From nothing to everything. Oh my God, perfect. And the root of it is amazing, is the beginning, the Fool card. So there's a part of you, Libra, that wants to jump into the new, wants to jump into, like, away from the status quo, away from what everyone expects you to be. And it could be work related, but it also could be relationship. It could be a whole bunch of things here, because they're showing up here as well, like a new relationship starting up here. And you're like raring to go, and you're ready to make this move. You're ready to like quit your job and go into start something new. You're ready to change your whole like field of study. You're ready to like, but the King of Pentacles comes in and is like, well, do you have enough money? Can you do this? Can you this? And that ego part of you that's holding you down, like that stable part, like, are you sure that's the wisest decision? Are you sure you need to, you know, like, but will you have enough money to save for a house in the future? Well, all these things coming at you, like, and you're like, the fool inside you is like, like, who cares? I'm going. You're being held back. What's coming is the Lovers. Interesting. The Union. I mean, if this is a love thing, this is very clear to me that some of you are needing to get out of a relationship that's holding you back because of how everyone else. The King of Pentacles is a Taurus, by the way. I mean, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. The Ace of Cups is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Eight of Pentacles here is Virgo. This is Aquarius. The Lovers is Gemini. Just to tell you, like, your root and your future are your brother and sister in the sign, right? So it's like there's a feeling here of you, some of you needing to make the move, which is stepping away from the dependable relationship, or the relationship that everybody thinks that you should be in because everybody else says that you should be in that relationship, or the job that keeps you in the status quo, and it keeps you always in the thing and not keeping you from moving into that new place. Your job could be like you could love your job, but there's a part of you that needs to open up that job, that explore something completely different, and it's being called to you here. The Lovers is showing up. The Lovers is a choice card as well. It's like, it's time to start making choices for you and stop living by the status quo. Stop living in the nothing and start living in the everything. So the future is the Seven of Pentacles, which is awaiting results, which is patience, which is like you've planned, like, it's like, I feel what this card is showing us is that it's time to plant your seeds. It's time to move into this, like, this energy of freedom, because what's coming for you is freedom in love, freedom of expression, choices that you've made for yourself. You are holding back, you're being held back, Libra, by the King of Pentacles, which is like keeping you in a steady position. And all you really want is to expand yourself, to express yourself fully and completely. And it's time to do that. I don't know what area of life is this for you, but that little fool inside you keeps coming up, and it's gonna like come even more and more and more. you can't keep it bottled in. You know, the genie, you gotta rub the bottle. It's gotta explode. Your advice is the Queen of Hearts, which is the sixth sense. Start listening to your third eye. Start listening to your heart. The Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Cups, which is the Cancer energy. It starts to tap into what it is that's lying here in your heart. What is it that you need to do? I just feel like some of you have, it's not a new thing that I'm telling you. I feel like some of you have known this, and you need, it keeps coming and showing up again, that you need to, you're too much living in the status quo, and it's not working for you, Libra. It's not who you are. It's like repressive to you. You need change. You need a new love affair, or you need like a new way of doing things, and it's like living by the status and living by the everyone else's like views. It's not working. So it's time to tap into your heart again. What do? You ask your heart, what is it that I need to know? Am I at the right place? No. If I leave this person, am I at the right place? Yes. If I stay, am I at the right place? Yes. So you just have to keep asking. Doesn't matter. Just keep asking your heart and your soul. It's you inside you. You know what's best. You know what you need to do, Libra. And you're being held back in the nothing. And there's everything else is out there for you. All right, Libra, this is where I leave you. So, I feel like we are in the last week of Libra, so happy birthday to you. And I will see you next week. If this didn't resonate, check your rising and your moon, and also like, comment, and subscribe. You know, every week I've been giving a free reading, so if you leave a comment, then I pick from there. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Scorpio. We got the right choice. So, the right choice. What does that even mean? Like, what is a right choice? But the right choice is the choice that you make for your life, that feels good inside your heart, right? I feel like this week has been very telling for you, that you've been receiving a lot of messages from the divine, that you've been receiving a lot of, I think that the past few weeks, even months, you've been receiving these messages, like pushing you towards something, pulling you away from someone, something, people, circumstances, what have you. And the right choice to me speaks of like, it's time to start listening, really tapping in to your heart, Scorpios. It's time to, if the message comes to pull away from a person once, twice, 3 times, then it's like time to listen. And even if it doesn't make any sense to you, but know that there is a greater plan out there, right? And the choices have to start with you. So let's see what it really is going on here for you. We have the 6 of Cups, simply love. The 6 of Cups speaks of nostalgia, speaks of childhood. So maybe these choices are like stem from your childhood. A lot of people like tend to rely on what was, how we used to react, how we used to respond, interesting. Let's keep this here. 4 of Wands is joy and stability, which is marriage, which is celebration, accomplishment, success. It's just beautiful card to have. Your challenge, your future, your route, what's coming, and your advice. What is the challenge? The Queen of Swords, the visionary, the Libra card. Queen of Swords energy is your challenge on the way to stability. So Queen of Swords could be a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. It could be a mother figure in your life, or a female figure in your life that is coming in the way of your joy. Is holding you back from living the life that you wish to live. But the fact of the matter is, the Queen of Swords is a person of like a visionary, someone who sees things differently than all of us. The Queen of Swords is more is colder, more reserved, but she's not emotional like you are, Scorpio. So why is she challenging you? Why is she coming in the way of your happiness? The root is the Star card, the Hope card. The Star is your hopes and dreams coming true, but it's you in the spotlight. It's you healing yourself. And here we are, we find ourselves at an odd. At the odds of healing yourself. Because maybe you are so used to blaming and shaming everyone around you. I mean, not only you, Scorpio, everyone in this world is used to doing that. That it's easier to blame someone else for your discord, for your distrust, for your unhappiness. And maybe you have done that in the past. Maybe you are maybe you're trying really hard to heal that part of yourself, but you keep coming up against it. You keep coming up against this like Queen of Swords energy. And it could be like an actual female in your life that keeps like shooting you down, keeps you from actually feeling the feels of happiness, because they're jealous, because they're not in their right head and they're not in the right place in their life. And what's the easier than to pick on a Scorpio, right? Because Scorpions are the most sensitive of the signs. There's a feeling here of some of you having really trying to work hard on yourselves, really trying to heal your past, heal your forgive yourself, forgive others. Yet there's this Queen of Swords who, I don't know what her problem is, but I really feel like some of you are dealing with a really vindictive person in your life. It could be a mother, and it could be a sister, it could be an aunt, it could be a friend. But they don't want to see you happy. I mean, it's really plain and simple. I can go around this, but I'm not going to go around it. And I really feel like you're trying the hardest you can to heal yourself. So what's coming? The Teacher, Clarity, Taurus, Hierophant energy. What's coming is that you might actually start to understand this Queen of Angels position in your life. Why does she want to always put a wheel, like a spoke in my wheel? Why does she always want to ruin my life or whatever, right? And it's time to learn the lesson, Scorpio. It's time to understand why she's doing this to you, or he's doing this to you. For me, it's a female, it's a queen, but it doesn't have to be. So why are they doing this to you? Why do they keep holding you back from your success? Holding you back from marriage, from happiness? You're doing the work, and yet you're getting held back. When we get held back, it's for a lesson. That's all it is. We can blame and shame everybody around us, but we need to forgive and love everybody around us and thank them for taking us to this place of like hate or despisement, or that's a word, or anger or sadness or grief. And it's to, you know, like, you are the teacher, you are the student as well. So there's something here that is coming up for you, Scorpio, to learn a lesson. She came into your life, she's vindictive and vengeful towards you, but it's to teach you something. And in this healing process, you will learn, and you will be able to teach others around you as well. These are the choices you make in your life. That you've chosen these people to be in your life, to get you to this place, to get you to here, to understand why you need to either leave this relationship, stay in this relationship, leave this job, stay in this job, leave this place, you know, buy this kind of thing. All these are just lessons. And your future, it's beautiful, is the Fool card. Trust. The future card is to just forgive her or him. Forgive them for how they've attempted to take away the love from you, how they've attempted to just give you pain and suffering in your life, but they did it for a reason. And now you need to step outside of that, become the teacher, and leave. Move away. Move into something that is becoming of you, where you deserve to be the Four of Wands, where you deserve to be the healer, the healing, the healy, and the healer. Your advice is the Three of Trees, Three of Pentacles, dedication, working together. I feel like some of you are in making this choice to leave behind this person or go with this person or whatever this is that you're having to learn. How to forgive this person. You are actually going to bring in your soul tribe. You're actually going to bring in your soul family. You're actually going to bring in everyone that can help you through this. You are the teacher. You are the student. We are all that. It's time to see these people for what they are and why they have come into your life. And to trust this whole process. But their reasoning behind your life coming into your life is actually freeing. You're going to be free in this future. Like, I feel like you are moving into something completely new, and you had to go through this healing, this forgiving, this releasing, this neutralizing, deleting. All right, Scorpio, I hope this helped you. I will see you next week, you little birthday Scorpions, and I will please like, comment, and subscribe, and check your rising and your moon if this didn't resonate at all. But there's this a really beautiful feeling here of like some of you having to release this trauma from your life. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Sagittarius. We got Merciful Mother Jamal, number 44. So this is the mother of mercy, the mother of compassion. The fact that she's showing up here speaks only of one thing, is that a lot of you Sagittarius are going through a massive shift in your life. Whether it's in relationship, whether it's in job, whether it's in place of living, whether it's projects, whether it's school, what have you, family life, friends. There is something moving away from you. You're perhaps leaving something behind or moving into something completely new, and she's coming here and saying it's time to be compassionate towards yourself, towards others, and any shift, massive shift that happens in life is not comfortable for anybody, and she's here to help you through this. So you can always reach out to her in your prayers this week. Otherwise, it's just, isn't it gorgeous, the colors of this card? Anyways, it's just to like get ready for this movement. Love to know what that is about for you guys. The past is the High Priestess. Listen. So perhaps some of you have been connected to your higher selves, connected to your intuition. Maybe you've already made this decision in your life because you listen in to your heart, or perhaps you haven't yet. And this is just saying, interesting, beautiful card. The 7, which is the Chariot, in the present moment, another major arcana. The present is, I mean, this looks like marriage to me with this union and love, but this is like a movement, a new move, like moving away from your home, buying a new house, selling a new house. It's like travel, could be success, could be victory, could be moving into something completely new. This shift is here. I love it. It's almost like the High Priestess has always known that it was coming. You know, you've always known that this shift was going to happen, and it's now. So for a lot of you, you are ready for this move. You have a challenge, your future, the route, what's coming, the advice. Your challenge is the 10 of Trees. Interesting. The 10 of Pentacles, which is loyalty. The 10 of Pentacles is also like money, inheritance money. Interesting. I'm just thinking of that right now. Like, because this looks like a marriage ceremony, so the challenge could be the prenup kind of thing. It could be the exchange of, like, the division of money, of distribution of money here. But it could also be, so maybe some of you are breaking up in a relationship, so you have to divide the home or divide the things in the house kind of thing. That's what this is. Or some of you are moving into, like, it's all these things. Like, let's say you're moving away, you're moving somewhere new, and you're single. It's also, you have to think of how you're going to divvy up your stuff, your material possessions, your goods. So there's definitely a lot of this happening here. How are you going to distribute things, or nostalgic things? But it's not nostalgic, it's monies. It's monies, really monies. And at the root of it is the 8 of Hearts, which is the 8 of Cups. Codependency. And the 8 of Cups energy is moving away from something, but you're dependent on this person. So I don't know about all you Saggies, but some of you, if you are in a process of separation, you're having a hard time moving out or moving apart, because you are like a little bit codependent on each other, and that's okay. And there's some of you that have no problem, and you are separating, you have no issue about it, but there's still like some part of your heart that doesn't know how to do this. There's a lot of you maybe moving in together, but there's still a little bit of alignment when it comes to money. The Eight of Hearts, codependency. So it's like maybe some of you are moving in together and one of you makes more money than the other, and you're feeling like a little bit of the angst of that. There's just so many different things. If you're single and you've moved out and thinking of moving into a new home or something, then you're unsure of how to do this, and your uncertainty is what keeps you from actually making the move, because you're not trusting that abundance is there for you. And this is like all of you want to leave. All of you have this feel this need to make these big moves, and you've known it for a long time. So it's just a very interesting position that you're all in here. What's coming is the Ten of Hearts, which is fucking amazing culmination, but it's like Ten of Hearts is the happiest card in the deck. So Ten of Hearts is like love and fulfillment and family and union. So even if you're single, then that will come eventually, or it doesn't have to be about like family unit. It's just like happiness, like satisfaction finally, right? Because you're making these moves in your life. I just see a little bit of problems though if you're in relationships, that money could be a big factor within your relationship. Like somebody comes from old money, or someone comes from like a line of money and the other one doesn't, so there could be that. But I almost feel like a lot of you're Sagis after all. There's this part of you that you don't need to be with anybody. You think you need to be with somebody, but you really don't. You're very independent, and you kind of like it that way. And sometimes when you find yourself in relationships, you're loving every moment of it, but you need your space. And that's the root. That's just the root of who you are. But what's coming towards you is a beautiful happiness. And the future is the base chakra, the root chakra. So the root chakra is like stability, financial stability, rooted, like grounded. So it's so interesting because this card is move, right? The current, which is a Cancer. And here you have to go through a little bit of change and a little bit of shift in your life, which like Mother Jamal has here to say this. You're having to go through this little bit of a uncomfortable shift that you've always known that you've had to go through. But what's coming from it is going to be pure happiness. You're going to find the bliss in your life. You're going to find the comfort in your life. You're going to find this like rooted perfection that like is ultimately what you are striving for at this very moment. So the advice is the sun, the vitality. So it's amazing. The sun is a new beginning. The sun is like recognition and validation for all that you had to go through here. There's just a feeling of you some of you are feeling uncomfortable about the money situation, and but it is what it is. It has to be dealt with, so it has to be fixed so that you can move into this place of complete and utter like groundingness, and also stability and vivaciousness that the sun brings, right? If you're single, for me, it looks really promising. That I don't see love coming in for you guys, but I feel like you are moving into a comfortable place in your life where the sun will begin to shine a bit more, right? And then who knows what comes in. We'll talk about that in the next weeks. But this week, this is what this is. This is the vibration I'm getting and the energy I'm getting. So those are in relationships. There will be some money situations. All right, this is what I see for Sagittarius. I hope that this resonated with you. If not, check your rising and your moon for other messages. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will be giving free readings, so I'll see you next week. And things are looking up. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Capricorn. We have sacred convergence, which is the sacred union of souls, which is like the coming together of your soul family, your soul tribe. So even if you're not on this journey, this is the coming together of people that are on your same wavelength. The feeling I have here for you guys is that there is a alignment happening for you guys in your jobs, in your school, in your work, same thing, in your family life, in your lovers, in your whatever it is, your friendships. You're going to start to see people fall away from you or come into you. Like new people will show up in your life that are maybe not very new in your life, but maybe in this lifetime they are. So they're all here for a reason. You might find yourself like not interested anymore in certain roles in your job or certain roles in your life. You know, it's okay, because these are old versions of you that are falling away and you're moving into a new version. So this is what's happening for everyone, and this is beautiful that it came for you. So let's see what's going on. In your past, we have the Six of Wands, which is believe and succeed, which is victory. So you've lived a life so far, everything has been working out really well in your life. Like you've been successful, you've been victorious in your love life, in your family life, in your work life. Things are like moving on the up and up for you. In the present position, we have the Hermit, which is a Virgo energy. The Virgo energy is about you like taking in, like becoming the leader, right? In the dark kind of thing. But it's also this idea of you coming in and honing in on your skills and on your getting quiet. Stop and not having to express yourself all the time to everybody around you, but getting quiet and masterful about that. I really like this card for you, actually. This is your challenge, your future, what the root, what's coming, and your advice. The challenge you have right now is the Ace of Cups, love. Very interesting challenge to have. With the Hermit card here, showing us like you're seeking within, the wisdom that's within. The Ace of Love, the Ace of Love, so the Ace of Hearts, is showing up as your challenge, because the Ace of Hearts is all about a new love, a new passion, a new child, perhaps, something new beginning starting. But you're not there. You're not there for you. We're not here. You're not. What I'm understanding from this is that it's not about you going out and seeking something new again, like a new relationship, or a new job, or a new something to stimulate your mind. Instead, you're being asked to like really hone in on yourself. Hone in, go inside you, and start to really look deeper inside you, and to perhaps it is a change of venue that you need. Perhaps it is, but what I understand from this card here is like we too quickly like switch things off. We're like, oh, it's not working, quit. I'm going to go start in a job, right? Oh, it's not working in my relationship. Forget it. It's over. I'm going to do it. Or it's whatever. It's like mainstream. It's status quo. Whatever. I'm going to go look for a lover on the side kind of thing, just to like keep myself busy. That's not where you're supposed to be at right now, Capricorn. We're asking you to actually go inside and ask yourself why. Like, why is your relationship not working out? Like, don't go look for something new to cover it up. Don't go look for attention from someone else so that you ignore it. It's time to go inside and ask yourself, is this relationship right for me? Is this job really right for me? Is this where I'm supposed to be? These are the questions you have to start asking yourself, Capricorn, and that's the sacred convergence. This is you not living on the surface anymore. It's you actually going inside. Oh, wow. What is at the root of it is the retreat. 9 is the Hermit card. So where you are now is the Hermit, and your root, the root of who you are is the Hermit. So it's like totally here. You've lived a life, a very successful life. You've lived a very accomplished life. You're very you're very studious, but you're also very smart. You're ambitious. You know, you always get what you want in the end. That's this card, the past. But really, where you fail to not fail, but what you avoid is actually going really deep within yourself. And these 2 cards are showing up, both 9s. You don't, you're needing to seek deep within you what it is that you really want, and into your soul kind of thing. Not on the surface bullshit that you like to live on, but in the soul. And all the new things that can cover, the new purse is going to make me happy, the new restaurant, it's going to make me happy. It's not going to make you happy, Capricorn. You're not there. You're deeper than that, and you don't give yourself enough credit for that either. So what's coming for you is the Knight of Wands, which is a Sagittarius energy. But the Knight of Wands is the adventurer, right? It's that fly-by-night kind of guy, the charmer kind of guy. But also the Knight of Wands has a bad reputation. I always give it a bad reputation. He's like a charmer, a one-night stand kind of guy. But he also could be that very loyal person to you, because he is a knight and he's a Wands energy. Wands are very fiery. Yes, they are very passionate, but also they can be very loyal, fiercely loyal as well. But all this to say is that there's this feeling of you really going deep within. I don't feel like this is a person anyways in your life. I feel like more it's you having to go deep inside yourself and asking yourself the tough questions, the really heart-to-heart questions about every aspect of your life, and then after enjoying the frick out of life. Stop being so serious about life all the time. Stop taking things so personally. Stop taking things so to heart, which is like Virgo energy here, the Hermit. But when you ask the right questions, you'll get the right answers, and then you'll be able to live life to the fullest. Because what's coming in your future is the 5 of Cups, and that's like seeing the half full, seeing life seeing the cup half full or half empty, right? The 5 of Cups is that. Change your focus. Change how things happen in your life. If things happen, a lot of us, what happens is, if as soon as something bad happens, we're like, oh my God, it's because of me, it's because I did this, because this. You always look outside of yourself instead of looking inside and saying, okay, this is a lesson I need to learn, because now I am the freaking hermit. I am the wise one, and now I have to understand why these things are happening. Instead of like, oh no, blame, shame, or whatever, or I am stupid, or they are stupid, or whatever whatever it is that you play the games in your head. It's instead of doing that, you just say, okay, why is this happening? Why are they treating me like this? Ask yourself these because you know that they're all lessons in your life. Step back, change the way you look at things, change your perspective on things. Don't see the glass as half empty, see it as half full, and go from there. And see things like, if we could just step outside of things, like this hermit card, step outside of it and look at things for what they are, instead of like digging deep and trying to understand and it's like useless anyways, because it's already been done and the message has already been sent. So now we have to understand the message. Okay, the message is that I need to wake up. I need to not take things personally. I need to remember how powerful I am. I need to remember that I can make whatever choices I make, they're mine to be made. So there's this. Sorry, I got really excited about this. The Two of Wands is your advice, boldness. The Two of Wands is like, make that choice. You're going to be at a crossroads in your life. Make the choice that you need to make that's best for you. Not for everybody else around you. The best for you right at that moment in time. Listen to the heart. That's all you need to do. I keep telling you guys all the time. Just listen to yourselves. Because I feel here some of you are seeking immediate gratification, immediate satisfaction by not really diving too deep inside yourself, not really looking too deep as to why this relationship is not working, why this job is meh, why, you're not looking deep enough, and you're living this surface life, which is not who you are, Capricorn, in the end. And it's time to change the way you look at things. It's time to make those decisions based on here and not here. So this is a very interesting reading. I hope that it resonated with some of you. If it didn't, you can go check your rising and your moon. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. You never know when you're going to win a free reading. I love you and have a great week. And really go in. And listen. Love you. Bye. Hello, my beautiful Aquarius. We got the Cosmic Heart. I mean, how beautiful is this card? Number 8, which is strength, power, love, eternal love. Cosmic Heart is coming to you because you're being asked to get ready for lots of love coming your way. Yes, you Aquarius are getting a lot of love coming your way. A lot of you a lot of you have a hard time with love. So don't shut it down and allow it to come in. There is this feeling for me here that you are being divinely guided. You're being divinely directed on this path of yours. I feel like a lot of you distrust yourselves, have doubts, have been having it because it's been a rough few months for you Aquarius, and yet love is all around you. What a beautiful card. Really literally is. Okay, so let's see what's going on with you. Look at this, 8 of Swords, helpless and hopeless. This is what you've been feeling. Some of you are in a job that doesn't give you excitement. Some of you are in a relationship that doesn't give you that either. Some of you are just feeling very depressed, feeling very meh, like there's nothing to look forward to. And in the present, we have the 8 card, which is interesting, which is the Strength card, which is the control card. The Strength card. So some of you are, but control is interesting to me here. maybe you're controlling your egos. Maybe you're trying too hard to find that peace within your soul and avoiding this helpless part of you, which is important. This part of you, this dark part of you, is so important because it's what's bringing up all the shit inside you, all these triggers, all these karma, all this, the density that's stuck inside you has to be released. And here you are controlling it. Aquarius. Okay, let's see what's going on here. In the challenge position, we have the Ace of Swords, wisdom. So, I mean, clearly, the Ace of Swords energy is this energy of, this is the Eight of Swords, this is the Ace of Swords, the energy of some clarity coming in, a new form, a new way to communicate things, a new project showing up, a new way to look at things, a new perspective. But you have the control here in your present. So some of you are like pushing back. You're pushing back on this new love that's coming in, this new way of doing things, this new project that wants to show up, new job, new relationship, new something new is trying to make its way through, and you're like, no. You're like, you're gonna stay firm in who you are and what you're doing right now, even if it's making you feel like this. Hopeless and helpless. Oh my God, you guys, you freak me out. I love you so much though. Okay, so what is the root of this? The Wheel of Fortune. Breakthrough. I don't know who I saw. I saw this with a client of mine. Oh, yesterday. She was going against her destiny as well. She's pushing hard against it. And here you have, like, you're destined, right? You're destined to be this, by the way. The angel, the Ace of Swords, which is you, by the way. It's a Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. You're fighting against your natural essence of stepping outside of the box, starting something completely new. Instead, you're holding on to, you're allowing your ego to actually take precedence in your life right now. And that's why this cosmic card is coming in. It's like, yo, man, you need to find your way back to you, Aquarius. You've allowed the status quo to happen around you. You've allowed the things to happen. You've allowed yourself to ride the surface wave, and it's not working. That's not who you are. You are strange, right? You are weird. You're out of the box. In a good way, by the way, I'm saying these things. You're like, you're wise beyond this box. And it's who you're supposed to be. It's your destiny to be this, to be like strange, to not go with the norm. And you're fighting it, but you're going with the norm. It's not, and that's why you're so helpless and hopeless, because you keep fighting yourself. You're fighting with yourself. Oh my God. What's coming for you is the Ace of Pentacles, abundance. And how does that come to you? Is by you doing you. Stop. I think I need to tell some of you Aquarians out there to stop following the rules. Stop following what's going on out there. Start trusting yourself again. Trusting that your quirky and wacky decisions are right. Because you're listening to your soul, which you always did. And you kind of like step back from it. And that's why Cosmic Card is like, yo, we got to go back to that. We got to go back to this natural expression of who you are, and like let go of this. Let go of this control that you have on your life and on your vision and on everything. On how you're supposed to be, whatever bullshit. It's not who you are. Destiny. It's who, like, when you release yourself, when you allow yourself to just be, and when all those strange, like, options and choices and decisions come in your mind, then you go for it. Because your heart, I'm pretty sure, is saying go for it. But you're listening to this. And by listening to this, you're stumping your abundance from coming in. So let that shit go, man. Let the control go, let the ego go, and start stepping into that new way of thinking, which is who you are, and watch as the abundance flows back in. What's the future for you is the Two of Swords. Refusing to see. The freaking Roni, man. You're so stubborn. Look at this. The future is like you're listening to what I have to say, but you're still not listening to me. I love it that she showed up here, because the Two of Swords is you again at that crossroads. You like not really wanting to hear what I'm saying to you, because it's just blah blah, Sabrina. It's really not what it is out there, and I'm telling you it is. Because if we continue living the status quo and we continue living the same freaking life that is being given to us, then we stay in the same place. And we refuse to see. We live in this, like, the same, like, four walls. And then we don't change. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And you're being asked to make these changes. So the advice is the Six of Hearts. The past. The Six of Cups is like going back to your roots, your childhood. I'm gonna like say on that, because I don't believe in going back into the past, because going back to the past is going back to an old version of you. You can get like you can feed off of some of your older, more inventive and innovative ways that you have been in the past. But I'm gonna have to say no to that. I'm thinking more like healing your past by saying goodbye to it. That is the advice. It's like to finally say goodbye to your old versions of you and moving into this new version, which is the now moment version of you. And that's how we move. That's how you can move forward through this. But you are holding on to your past, and that's my problem here. Is that you're holding on to your past, which is your ego, that wants to keep you like quarantined in this little prison of yours. Because it's like, oh yeah, it's really good. We get up, you eat, you sleep, you work, whatever, the routine, the whole bullshit routine, which is not this. The Ace of Angels is you saying, no, I'm going to do something completely different. I'm going to revolutionize this world, whether it comes with relationships, whether it comes to work or projects or whatever have you, moving or whatever it is. But you're needed to starting to listen, because greatness is going to come your way because of it, Aquarius. And then not only greatness towards you, but greatness to others, because once you step into that power, you will be the teachers as well. All right, I hope this helped you. I love you, and I love to like yell at you because you can take it. I hope so. All right, I love you so much. I like, comment, and subscribe, and also check your rising and your moon if this didn't resonate with you. All right, bye. Hello, my beautiful Pisces. We have the One. So the one is that this feeling to me that something that's been feeling disconnected with you is coming together. It's like going to start to click into place for you. You've been struggling with a conflict in your life. Could be a personal one, could be a work one, could be a loved one, but whatever it is, it's like you're starting to be able to walk around outside of it and see it for what it is and bring it together. And everything is happening in divine timing. One is a new beginning. In numerology, one is the one soul, one world consciousness coming together to help each other out. So it's not a one as being selfish, doing things on your own. It's not that. It's one is coming together and working as one team, one whole. So there's a beautiful energy here for you. So let's see what's going on. In your past, we have the World card. Sorry. I was like, what is this? Embrace. So the World card is the end of a chapter, which is kind of beautiful. That comes in your past and the beginning of a new one. So let's just see what is happening here. The Nine of Cups, dreams coming true. The Nine of Cups is you, Pisces. This is a Capricorn energy. We have the challenge, the future, the root, what's coming, and the advice. In your current moment, dreams are coming true. It's exactly the one. Things are starting to click together. Things are starting to happen for you. But you have come from an end of a journey. So it could have been arduous. It could have been struggle for you to get to this point. What is your challenge? The Seven of Wands. Faith. Very interesting to me. You're challenged by the fact that you don't have faith in yourself. You don't have faith in people around you. You don't have faith in the next steps. You don't have faith that you can get through this and you can be happy, Pisces. What the root of this is the Page of Pentacles, which is the dreamer, which is what you are. Exactly this, Pisces. You are a dreamer. But the Page of Pentacles is also a beginner of new projects, a beginner of new businesses, a beginner of new things. Like always innovative, always starting something new, always at the forefront. And I feel like some of you maybe are business owners, some of you are work for yourselves, or maybe don't. Maybe you work for other people, but you're still very creative. You're still very innovative in that sense. Like you're always thinking of the future. You're always thinking of what can you do to better something. But you lack faith in yourself, and hence why you maybe always seek outside of yourself for validation instead of the one. Wow, man. What's coming is the Two of Swords. Balance. What's coming towards you is a choice that you need to make with how you want to proceed in life. Do you want to choose the road less traveled? Do you want to choose the one that is more traveled? Like, there's all these like choices ahead of you that might feel very daunting to you. Two of Swords is a daunting choice. And it only feels daunting because you don't completely trust your decisions. Even though it's all here, it's like beautiful. Whatever's coming towards you is amazing. Your future card is the Five of Swords. This is a terrible card to have. This is the Five of Swords. It's win or lose. It's like that feeling of, like, it's in the ground, right? You're like, it's a vindictive win, a vindictive loss. Like you're doing it out of revenge to win. You're winning because you want to show people you're the boss. You're winning because you're not winning because you think it'll work for the whole. You're doing it in a little bit of a selfish reason. And yet you have it all here. It's all laid out for you, Pisces. You're being given like the tapis rouge, like the red carpet to like actually move into whatever it is that you want to move into. And because of your lack of faith in yourself and other people, you find yourself in this like very uncomfortable position again of winning, but at what odds? Like you win for ego. You're not winning because you're winning anyways, but you're winning for the wrong reasons. And your advice is the Eight of Stars, Eight of Wands, Surge. Eight of Wands is your advice is to start to communicate clearly with people. Your advice is to move quickly, learn how to react and respond to your employees, your colleagues, your friends, your family. You are stop doing things for validation and recognition and for the wrong reasons. Your success can be had if you start to trust yourself more, to love yourself more, to have faith in others around you as well. You have it in you to succeed in whatever area of your life that you want. It's all here for you, for the taking. And yet you keep choosing that vindictive way, and that will bite you in the ass eventually. So the advice is to stop, to take a step back and actually lay down that ego of yours and have faith in yourself and have faith in other people, that not everybody is here to like win you over or like, you know, or stab you in the back. That actually people all around you are working together to help you on this journey that you're on. Wow. All right, my beautiful Pisces, this was intense as usual. I hope this resonated with you. If it didn't, then check your rising and your moon, and also like, comment, and subscribe. You never know when I'm going to give a free reading. All right, I love you and have faith in you. Love you. Bye.